I'm gonna bring the energy for this.
But we fake it.
Yeah, we are recording this just a few hours after I got back from being at Game 1 of Yankees-Red Sox, and I'm pretty tired. Don't make the joke. Don't do it.
I won't. Have we started yet? I don't. I was trying to tell if that.
Yeah, we're doing a cold open.
Okay, my
That's
bad.
what this is.
Welcome to the Pitch Clock. Here's the pitch, a two-part baseball segment
combining a nostalgic baseball trivia game and an interview with an expert.
This is the Pitch Clock.
It's the playoffs, and this is the pitch clock.
Fire Aaron Boone. Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it's playoff time. I don't want to do
so
hijinks.
you're just switching things up?
I don't want to do hijinks anymore. I want to give.
It's down to business.
It's time to get serious.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that other voice that you heard, that's Ethan. Yeah. And Ethan is here to do our trivia game once again. I'm wearing my new World's Greatest Rivalry shirt for the Yankees and the Red Sox. And if we all know the reality, the world's greatest rivalry is in trivia between me and Chris.
Yeah.
I said last week that I was going to get our results from the regular season and let everybody know what those were. I've not done that, so maybe next week.
Who are you in the rivalry, the Yankees or the Red Sox, between you and I? I think I'm the Yankees, right?
Well, until we get the result, we won't know.
Yeah, we won't know.
Yeah, but we know.
You're also...
But we know.
But you're red.
It's true.
Ethan, what's our game for this week?
We're going to draft a roster of 9 players. Doesn't matter about position. And they're all going to be Yankees and Red Sox. Okay? What I have in front of me is the total of RBIs, the top 30 RBI leaders for each franchise in their playoff history.
So we're going to go back and forth picking players for
Correct.
both franchises.
At the end, we're going to add up the RBI total, and whoever has the highest total of RBIs is the winner.
Yankees, Red Sox history, RBI.
Yankees
Correct.
and Red Sox history.
Playoff RBIs.
Playoff.
Oh, yeah. Hold
Postseason
on.
RBIs.
Okay.
Total, not single season.
Correct.
Postseason career
Postseason
RBIs.
RBIs.
All right, I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I will go with. Why are you covering over there? I will go with David Ortiz.
Well,
Okay, so David Ortiz is the all-time leader in Red Sox postseason history with 57 RBIs.
Okay. I guess I'm just going to go compiler first, even though he probably didn't drive in a ton of runs. But we found out last week he had a bunch of homers. Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter is second in Yankees history with 61 career
Oh!
postseason RBIs.
How about that?
Manny Ramirez.
Manny Ramirez is second in Red Sox history with 38 career
As
postseason
you pointed
RBIs.
out, I am red.
I'm going to go ahead and just say, you know what? How about Mr. October, Reggie Jackson?
Okay, so Reggie Jackson is 17th in Yankees history. He has 29 career postseason RBI.
It's so funny that Manny is second with 38th, but Reggie Jackson is 17th for the Yankees with 29.
Gives you a feel for which franchise has had more
A few
success.
more guys.
That's
in
why
the
I'm the
postseason.
Yankees in this debate between us.
All right, our 2025 MLB expert. Who else was it going to be for the playoffs than Adnan Virk? Adnan wearing his pitching ninja hat. I'm here wearing my Smells Like Seam Spirit baseball shirt from RotoWear specifically because I purchased this after a conversation with Jazz Chisholm Jr., who was wearing it back in Miami a couple of years ago, and we want to give Jazz some love because we're starting here with Yankees-Red Sox. Obviously, I was at Game 1. We've discussed that on the show, an absolute blast, but this series has been really everything you would want out of a Yankee-Red Sox wild card series thus far, back and forth. Adnan, what are your thoughts on these first couple of games between these teams? Who do you think pulls it out here in Game 3 in this matchup between rookie starters in Connolly Early and Cam Schlittler, and why?
I'm so glad that you got there, Jeremy, for Game 1. There's nothing quite like playoff baseball. I know it's been a grind for you. I know you're fasting today, Yom Kippur, but dude, just getting it in is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm glad you were there in the stadium. As far as Game 2 is concerned, here's my thing with the Yankees is just that they're so reliant on the home run. 50% of their runs are scored via the home run. And so far, we've seen a couple. Anthony Volpe was the lone one in Game 1 and Ben Rice in Game 2, but they've yet to really get going. So it was nice to kind of see them scratch at a run like that. I wouldn't say quite manufacture a run, but using Jazz Chisholm's speed and the fact he was not going to be denied, you're right. That was an incredible run around the bases. I mean, the guys scoring their first and last runs were on the bench in Game 1. So figure it out. This is how the Yankees do things. As far as the pitching matchup is concerned, it's a bit of a stunner, right? Like you say to yourself, wow, the Red Sox Crochet's incredible, and as advertised, 117 pitches, shut down the Yankees, and then Chapman did the rest. Game 2, you go, all right, well, Bayo, sure. And now Giolito being out is a real blow, I think, for the Red Sox, because even though he's had some control issues, he's been excellent the last couple months of the season. Early is a guy who made his debut September 9th. Cam Schlittler, big veteran, compared to him, made his debut July 9th. So both these guys, I give the edge to Schlittler, who throws like 97, 98. I think he's a terrific pitcher. I do think they'll both be relying to their bullpens. I don't see Early's going that long in this game, but just the second pair of rookies to start a winner-take-all postseason game. Dustin May and Ian Anderson, 2020 NLCS.
Wow.
So I think ultimately the Yankees win this game because they've got the better offense. But I give props to Trevor Story and Boston for hanging in. It's been a great story so far. And could I see them winning a game 3? Yeah. But generally the script felt to me, Jeremy, Crochet wins in 1, Yankees win the other 2.
It's been the same story with a left-handed ace in Detroit.
Yeah.
Tarek Skubal gets game 1 for the Detroit Tigers. The Guardians come back and win game 2. They're hosting game 3. It's the early game today. Obviously, the Yankees and Red Sox in prime time at 8 o'clock. You got a 3 p.m. start for these Tigers and Guardians, an all-day series. Jack Flaherty and Slade Ciccone, a name that sounds like he could be in one of your Marty Scorsese movies. I love that name. What will ultimately be the deciding factor in this one that sends one of these teams to Seattle?
I'm going to go talk to Slade Ciccone. No, not Ciccone. Oh, my God. You know Ciccone's a rat.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's a great handle. There's no question about it. The matchup of these, Flaherty's really struggled down the stretch. So did Casey Mize, but Flaherty in particular, I don't have much confidence in. And Ciccone, as you know, pitched a near no-hitter one of his final starts of the season, in addition to having a great name. At the start of the playoffs, I said, listen, Jeremy, you can't go chalk. I picked Tigers in 3, and my rationale was Skubal wins you 1, which he did, and then they'll find a way to win the other game. On paper, it shouldn't make sense. The Tigers were 1 for 15 with runners in scoring position in game 2 and left 15 runners on base. But the Guardians have the lowest on-base percentage of any team in the playoffs. Pitching matchup, probably slight edge to Ciccone, but who cares? He's not exactly Cy Young out there. I see the Tigers win it. They got a couple more of those hits, they would have won that game too before Rocktober and Rocchio and the rest of the Guardians offense woke up late in the game. So I'm calling the Tigers to win. I think, by the way, that's the best story too as a baseball fan. 50.5 game lead. You gagged it. You lost the division, but then you beat them in the playoffs. I'm pulling for Detroit. Especially for J.K. Simmons, who wrote the blurb for my book. Let's go Tigers.
It's all just bias from you, but go Gritty Tigers. Come on, give it to me. Give it to Jason Benetti, who's been a friend of the show.
Benetti we love.
He's the best.
I'll go with Bernie Williams.
Wow,
This is my
Cody. All-time Yankees postseason RBI leader Bernie Williams has 80 career postseason RBI.
I'm so upset because I was kind of saving Bernie.
I just stuck my tongue out at Jeremy for the listening
I
audience.
wasn't sure you guys would get to him that early. I was surprised his name was atop. I know he played in all of those games.
You know what I think that is?
Kind of gave away my hint of there were more playoff games in this era. Than
Yeah, I
ones.
could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he has the most postseason Grand Slams ever. And so
which would help.
That helps. I'm really upset. Okay, let's go with. Let's just do A-Rod.
Okay. A-Rod is a nice pick. He is 11th in Yankees history. His 33 career postseason RBI.
All right, I'm going to go with Jorge Posada.
Nice.
Jorge Posada is third all-time
me,
in
man.
How are
Yankees
you not just
I'm
going
just
with Bernie
so-
Williams'
I don't-
teammates?
I don't know.
42 postseason
I'm so mad.
RBI.
I'm so mad. This is such a stupid game. I'm so mad at myself.
Don't insult the game.
No,
Don't
it's my
insult the
fault.
game.
All right, Ethan. I know it's my fault.
Jeremy, Jeremy's had a
damn
long
it.
couple days.
We should have snake draft.
Yeah, we should have. Dick. Tino Martinez. Not
Tino
that high.
Martinez is another solid pick.
Yeah, but solid is not good
32
enough.
career
sheet.
postseason RBI. He
32?
He is 13th behind A-Rod.
Scott Brocious.
Solid pick. 14th, 30 RBI.
Yeah, it's right there. Just because I know he had a big homer.
Go on.
Carlton Fisk.
Oh, nice.
6 career postseason RBI for Carlton Fisk.
That sucks.
I'm going to go with a Red Sox here. I'm going to go with Jason Varitek.
Wow,
Nice.
Cody is
Nice.
just on it today, man.
No, that's a great one.
Third all time.
Wow.
In Red Sox history, he has 33 career postseason RBI.
This is just
So-
based
Yeah,
the
so
playoff
it's just
has-
that one run.
They have
Cody
more
has
games.
the number 1 Yankee and the top 3 Red Sox.
So I'm going to just say a name that Chris has said for 7 different games. Trot Nixon.
The best name, dude. 22. He is 7th all time in Red Sox history.
I'll take it.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Just because
Such a
you've said
great
it so
name,
many
dude.
times that I
Such
had
a great
to.
name. It makes me so happy.
Jason Giambi.
Not on the top 30.
Whoa.
So the door is open. 14 career postseason RBI for the Yankees.
Yeah, you're at 294. I'm at 183 going into this. So, Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth is on the Yankees postseason list. He is 16th with 30 career postseason RBI.
All right, let's move on to the National League. It's time to get there, and we do have one more game today before we move ahead to what the Dodgers did last night and what they'll do moving forward. It's the Padres and the Cubs, which feels like maybe the most unpredictable and strange series thus far, just simply because if you looked at both of these teams at any point during the year, there was a point where each of them, you could have said, hey, this team's going to win the World Series, and you wouldn't have sounded crazy. And yet, both teams right now headed in had a strange lack of momentum because there wasn't a ton to play for down the stretch. You got Jamison Taillon on the hill for Chicago, who's been pretty brilliant since returning from injury. You got former Cub Yu Darvish on the hill for the San Diego Padres, and yet Mason Miller's probably the most important pitcher in this series. What do you expect here in Game 3, Adnan? Ultimately, which team should Milwaukee be rooting for to win this game? Because obviously they've had their struggles continuing to play well in the postseason.
Well, the good news for Milwaukee is that when you have these teams playing 3 straight games, it really wears out their bullpens. It's certainly, we know San Diego has the best bullpen in baseball, and Chicago's has been pretty solid as well. But so far, Jeremy, going into Game 3, the Padres bullpen has accounted for 8 1/3 innings, and the Cubs 9 2/3. And you got to imagine today, again, that bullpen will be utilized. Yu Darvish, I can't see going more than 5 innings. As far as Tylen's concerned, same thing. So I'm with you. I love Mason Miller. He's my favorite reliever to watch. He's an awesome dude. The guy throws 104. Him and Morejon have now pitched back-to-back games. You'd think likely unavailable a 3rd straight day, but no, it's the playoffs. If you need them, they'll pitch. But if they pitch 3 straight days, you got to think eventually relying on that bullpen so much will wear you down. So I think the better matchup for Milwaukee, like I think the less dangerous team, in my opinion, at least is Chicago because their pitching is not as strong. But I think if you're Milwaukee, you still want to see if the Padres are the team, as long as they use that bullpen, like, great, just wear those guys out, and they'll be fresh and ready for Pat Murphy's team. But I do think Manny Machado, massive home run. I love Manny. Happy to see him step up in that position. It's interesting. I'm going to go Padres just because that bullpen is so good. But again, I don't think it augurs well moving forward because I do think the Brewers being rested eventually. When you're using a bullpen that much, when you're that reliant on them, it can be a challenge. But I'm glad the series is going 3. The fans have been awesome at Wrigley. Padres Cubs is a fun series to watch, so I look forward to it.
Yeah, I hope for those fans' sake that maybe it goes the Cubs' way, but I actually have to agree with you here. That Padres lineup feels like one in a low-scoring series that has an opportunity to have more moments where a guy like Tatis or Machado can come through with a big home run. But let's move on to the Dodgers, because I think the big sentiment across Major League Baseball was, hey, Reds, don't let the Dodgers get hot. And yet that's exactly what they did. They let the Dodgers get hot, and that's really a nightmare for the rest of Major League Baseball. You had Ohtani with his couple of home runs. Now he's going to start Game 1 of the NLDS against the Phillies, which is genuinely just like hilarious to think about who this person is. But what's the level of concern if you're the Philadelphia Phillies here with the Dodgers advancing? What's sort of your prediction for this series, which to me looks like it might be an NLDS that's really an NLCS. Do you think the winner of this one ultimately advances to the World Series as well?
I do, absolutely. I think it's going to be must-see TV. I think the winner of Phillies-Dodgers makes the World Series. I interviewed Pat Murphy last week, and I basically said that to him as well. I'm like, you realize Milwaukee has the most wins in the regular season. You're the number 1 seed. No one's picking you guys. He goes, no, I'm well aware of that. And he's like, yep, we're going to use the us versus the mentality. Everyone wants to pick Dodgers, Phillies, fine. But I do think, as great a season as Milwaukee's had, the Dodgers starting pitching hasn't been healthy until now. The Phillies haven't been clicking until now. The only concern for the Phillies is no Zach Wheeler.
Yes.
But you and I know, if you've seen Christopher Sanchez pitch, he's a Cy Young candidate. Ranger Suarez has been great. Maybe Nola can step up. I think Jesus Luzardo, you know him from his time with the Marlins. Yep. He's pretty good. So actually, I'm like, Wheeler's awesome, but I'm like, and that Phillies offense could bang. I mean, Schwarber with his 56 home runs, 132 ribbies. He's going to be a ton of fun to watch. Trey Turner's a batting champion. So I do think Phillies-Dodgers will be for all the marbles. As you said for the Reds, don't let the Dodgers get hot, particularly Mookie Betts. He's now had a sizzling September after having a terrible regular season. He went 4 for 5 yesterday, 3 ribbies. Ohtani, as you mentioned, the game one. Ben Rortved's been a revelation for them as catcher with Will Smith out. He went 2 for 3, couple of runs scored. I was really so curious what they're going to do with Ohtani, and I think it was brilliant by Dave Roberts, Jeremy. I'm like, don't use him because you don't need to. So if they needed him in a game 3, yeah, but they didn't. Now he starts game 1. We know his offense generally suffers if he's pitching, but dude, just go out there and pitch and throw 5, 6, 7 innings, whatever you need to do, and the rest of the offense will pick it up. So yeah, I mean, the Reds, just feeble performance by them. The pitching clearly couldn't stand up at all, especially when you see Hunter Green get knocked around. You kind of knew that would happen in game 2 as well. But yeah, Dodgers, Phillies, I'm already looking forward to. I think it's going to be an awesome series.
I can only think about 2 things as we go through the National League there, and actually 3 things as we go through the National League because of my Marlins bias. We're talking about Jazz Chisholm Jr. and Jesus Luzardo as potential X factors here in the postseason. We're talking about Mason Miller, who, of course, my guy Kyle Stowers hit that walk-off grand slam against earlier in the year when he was still with the Athletics. And ultimately, when we're talking about these teams and the Reds really putting up that feeble performance, how about the Marlins making a difference in what the postseason was ultimately going to be? Because they knocked the Mets out of that spot. And who knows how the Mets potentially could have done against the Dodgers, although the Dodgers do feel like a wagon. All right, Adnan, thank you for joining us for this first playoff episode of The Pitch Clock. We'll have you back, hopefully, nearly every single week. I've got a book that I was put in a position to have to plug here.
Nice.
Make Me
Jane
Commissioner. Levy. Jane Levy, this book, go buy it. Go get it wherever you can. Hey, another one. Cinephile. It's
yeah,
right
my man.
Adnan.
Thank you, Jeremy. You're the best.
I also recently purchased this one. These are both my own personal copies from 2 of my favorite baseball people, the 2 most recent episodes of The Pitch Clock. So go buy both of these books. Adnan, thank you so much for your time as always.
You're too kind, Jeremy. Thank you so much, buddy. Can't wait to sign it whenever I see you next. And shout out to Jane, by the way. Love her Koufax book. Was absolutely fantastic. I haven't read the Mickey Mantle book, but I've heard enough about it. The fact Mickey hit on her, which was terrible. But I look forward to reading this new book as well. I love the relationships you made in baseball. I'm nothing but Jane. I mean, that's big time. Good for you, buddy.
It's pretty special to have a new Jewish bubby in my life. Jane Levy, she's the best. You're the best, Adnan, and we will chat with you probably next week. Looking forward to it. Let's get back to our game between Chris and myself.
Ted Williams.
The issue with the guys of that era is there weren't a ton of rounds.
They just make the World Series, right?
Yeah.
It's like you win your league.
It's
and
just
then you go to
tough.
the World
It's
Series.
like I just don't know.
So here's a stunner.
Yeah,
Ted Williams not on there?
Not on the top 30.
I'm opening the door for you right now.
1 career postseason
Yes.
RBI.
295 for Ted Williams.
Joe DiMaggio?
Okay, DiMaggio's 15th. He had 30 career postseason
God, what a
RBI.
pity. Like, his voice right there. Hey,
Okay.
Hey, Jeremy, that was a good one. Don't feel bad, though. That was a good guess, Jeremy.
Say whatever the your last name is.
What I'm saying is you might think that some of these guys didn't put up great postseason counting stats
How many
because they
did
didn't play a
DiMaggio
lot,
have?
but they did.
DiMaggio had 30, so I'm down by 52.
Man, I'm about to beat him with
This is your last
with a
pick.
wild name. No, I don't think I'm going to beat
Do
you.
it.
Bill Miller.
Yeah, great name.
M-U-E.
Bill Miller had 4 career postseason RBI.
Ethan, I need to know this answer. How many players are left on this list that have 55 RBIs or more?
That's what you're down?
55 or more, you're done for it.
I'm done?
Yeah.
It's over?
I can tell you that the 2 highest totals left are both 40.
Damn.
They're both Yankees.
Well,
If he
yeah,
names
of course
both,
they
if he
are.
names both of them in 30
Okay.
seconds, he wins.
Okay. I like this. Double or nothing.
This is no like
Double or
ended
nothing.
Gabe's
No, I gotta get
clock.
both.
This is 30 starting
is
right
real.
now.
Yeah, 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Now you can think.
So I'm looking.
2 Yankees.
I'm going around.
40 RBIs.
Yeah, I'm going
You've
around.
had enough help here, Ethan. Thank you.
I'm going around each position. Paul O'Neill.
That's a great one.
He is not one of the
Oh,
Yankees.
I
Though
would've thought
he
that
did
was
have
great.
34 career postseason RBI, and he was 10th all time. The other 2 were Giancarlo Stanton, 40 career postseason RBIs. Think about he's been great in the
I
postseason.
know,
Hit a
but
lot of big homers.
Not Judge, right?
And Mickey Mantle, 40 postseason RBIs. Aaron Judge, for all that people say about Aaron Judge in the postseason, 34 career postseason
All right,
RBIs.
so let me say
He's
something.
9th all time.
Let me say something that is very upsetting because we could have at least had the drama. If I had gotten Paul O'Neill right, Mickey Mantle was my next name. I lose. Chris gets the
So-
first postseason win.
Let me total it up for fun.
Yeah.
For the fans at home, 299 to 277 is the official
think
total here.
Bernie Williams is where this thing.
Yeah, really
Yeah, that
started
was
to-
the big one.
And that's on me. I shouldn't have gone with Mr. October for
Yeah, that
something
was
that's
really
all
bad.
about October baseball.
Really
How
bad.
foolish of me.